Another week, another episode of CWF TV.
Bill, I feel like you might have to apologize again because you got up out of that chair again last week, and here you were again going in there because there's something going on between you and PFC Graham.
You gotta stand up for what's right, and a big man beating a little man is not right. I could not stand to watch it any longer. I had to intervene.
That's what makes you you, Phil. That's why I love you, and the Lord loves you. But this is the Christian Wrestling Federation Television Network, and we have a big show for you tonight. You don't want to miss it.
Shiloh does not seem fazed, concerned, confused at all. He is a veteran, been with the CWF for 18 years, joined in 2001. He has been a staple, runs CWF in Lubbock, Texas, and he is in there right now with one of the champions, Johnny Lawless.
As they always say, old age and treachery will beat that youth and enthusiasm anytime, so you never know what Shiloh is going to pull out of his back pocket.
Very true, very true. Referee Stephen Tooker will be officiating today. It'll be interesting to see if buzzard plays a factor in this match. But they measure each other up, big lockup. Shiloh gets the upper hand, backs the champion into the ropes. Big shoot off. Oh, and a back elbow. And Shiloh showing Johnny Lawless he hasn't lost a step. Big backdrop, and I know what that feels like.
Absolutely.
Lawless slow to get up.
Not sure what's going on.
Sleeper drop. Goes for the pin. 1, 2.
Oh, Shiloh knows better than that.
I didn't want to say it, Captain, because Shiloh is one of the people that taught me, but no, he did not grab that leg. Lawless back in the ring. Shiloh wasting no time, staying on the attack, and a big forearm into the side of Johnny Lawless's face. Reversal. Oh, kick to the midsection. Oh, European uppercut. There goes his gum. It landed on Kennedy. Swinging neck breaker, and Johnny Lawless is in control.
That is a souvenir she will not soon forget.
Johnny Lawless looking at Stephen Tooker. I think Lawless was expecting the seasoned veteran Shiloh to be a little bit easier, and he is not. Now Johnny Lawless going to his repertoire with the kicks to the midsection and then the back kick in the stomach.
But Johnny Lawless not letting up. Shiloh's got him backed into the corner.
Big nice right hand. Nice, very nice. Oh, big boot. And Johnny Lawless goes down. It looks like he hit the back of his head on that canvas pretty hard. Shiloh senses it, goes for the cover. Lawless gets the arm up. Once again, Shiloh not hooking the leg. What is going through the mind of the veteran?
Not even really covering him, just doing the push-up press.
Oh, butterfly suplex executed perfectly. Haven't seen that in a while. Beautiful move. Oh, I thought it was a 3 count. It was only a 2 count. Evidently, whenever Stephen Tooker hit the ground to start counting, I thought that was 1. I thought Shiloh was the winner. Only a 2 count. Lawless back to his feet. Shiloh now spins him around in the corner. Oh, Johnny Lawless took it in his chest. Big German suplex, and Johnny Lawless is down.
Right for the pickings.
No! As Stephen Tooker's hand was coming down for the 3 count, Johnny Lawless barely got that shoulder up. I thought that was it. Buzzard at ringside cheering along his tag team partner. But what a lot of people don't know, Captain, Buzzard was trained by Shiloh.
That's true. You can see a lot of Shiloh in the way Buzzard really does actual maneuvers. You can see that he has a lot of Shiloh in him.
Belly to belly suplex. Shiloh is down. Johnny Lawless with his 2nd win, but he's holding that lower back. He simply covers it. 1, 2, not enough. Shiloh kicks out.
And Shiloh reaching for a little divine intervention to give him that strength to regain control of this match.
Johnny Lawless, big snap suplex. Spins around. Holding on to him. 2nd snap suplex, and look how hard Shiloh, his back is hitting that. Shades of Eddie Guerrero. Gets the pin. 2 count. Shiloh powers out.
And once again, just because Shiloh did it. Johnny Lawless not hooking the leg, and you're never going to hold Shiloh down like that.
Look at the spinning elbow onto the midsection of Shiloh, and nobody does those elbows better than Johnny Lawless. Oh, a little tap dance move into a leg drop, and he goes for the cover. Nobody hooks legs anymore. 2 count. Shiloh gets up. Lawless having some words with Hook. Unless professional wrestling has changed recently, I've always been taught to hook the leg when you pin somebody.
I didn't get a memo that it was that you just put your arms on their shoulders and wish for the best.
Johnny Lawless goes for the Lone Star Slam, doesn't get it. Shiloh catches the kick, says no, no, no. Oh! Shiloh kicks him. Lawless is down. Shiloh opening a can of Shiloh Weiser on him. Big hip toss into the neck breaker. That could be all she wrote, but he doesn't go for the pin. He doesn't go for the pin. What's Shiloh gonna do?
Calling the crowd.
Warming up the band. Shiloh didn't get it. Johnny Lawless, Lone Star Slam. That could be all. Oh, he hooks the leg. 2. Look what happens when you hook the leg, Captain.
Wow.
You get a V for victory. And Johnny Lawless is walking away with a W in the win column.
Happens every time.
Hello everyone, I'm Harley, the Mailman Ramirez, and today I will be talking to you about the comfort zone. You see, growing up, I was struggling, I was shy, I didn't get involved with too many things and too many activities growing up, but eventually I learned how to grow out of it through prayer, and I joined more activities in my church. I joined the Christian Wrestling Federation, just for some examples. And one of my favorite stories in the Bible about talking about the comfort zone comes from Genesis 12, in which Abraham was told by God to leave his family behind, leave everything he had behind. He was reluctant, but eventually he did, and it paid off in the end, because then he was known as the father of many nations. And also, one of my favorite Bible verses which talks about the comfort zone comes from Proverbs 3, 5 through 6, in which states, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight." You see, all throughout the Bible, men and women, normal men and women, like you and me, served God and did great things for him. You don't have to be a pastor or a missionary to serve him. All you need is a heart for God and the willingness to get out of your comfort zone.
Once again, your referee is Aaron Scott. He's going to have his hands full as major inconveniences at ringside. But here we go. 2 former CWF champions, and they're going at it one-on-one right here in Fate, Texas.
These men have matched up many times over the years, and they're not evenly split on who won and who was victorious and who was the loser.
Well, and I just realized PFC Graham was the one who took the title from Electric Kelly Hayden. Electric Kelly Hayden took the title from me, and then PFC Graham, or excuse me, Kelly Hayden came back and took the title back off PFC Graham.
Can you write all those directions down so it's in a clear, concise
We're going to do it again. The former champ has got the wrist lock on the former champ, and he is working on the shoulder and the rotator cuff. And this should be one heck of a match.
Absolutely, working on that wrist.
Move number 766 in the Pro Wrestling Book Dictionary, armbar. And now move number 782, full Nelson. Kelly Hayden is playing the dictionary like it's a wrestling seminar. Snap Mayor number 227.
You've really done your homework, haven't you, Phil?
Well, 16 years in the business. Kick to the back, and that is not in the Pro Wrestling Dictionary, but man, is it effective when you get it right between the shoulders. Kelly Hayden with a drop kick right into the chest of PFC Graham. 2 former champions going at it, and this should be an amazing match. There goes the pin. Only a 2 count.
But Electric Kelly Hayden looks to be playing with our former champion, PFC Graham. having a little bit of fun with him in there right now. I don't think PFC Graham is having fun.
Well, Graham's been on a bit of an awkward streak lately. A win, a loss, a win, a loss. You know, we had that awkward moment a few weeks ago where he came out when we were starting the intro. He challenges me. I walk away with the win. The next week, you know, he's wrestling, he's winning, he's losing, he's winning, he's losing. I think he's at a point where he's trying to find his place in the pro wrestling business. He's trying to get that spark back so he can get back up those rankings and get that title shot. And he has a great opportunity to make an impact tonight if he can defeat Electric Kelly Hayden.
Well, I think the operative word that you were looking for in that was if he can defeat Electric Kelly Hayden.
Hooked the leg, but only got a 2 count. And PFC Graham needs to stay focused, needs to stay on the former champ. And there he goes right there. Look at the way he's putting his arm underneath his leg. Oh, making sure there's nothing in between his elbow and those elbows to the heart. And this is so dangerous, Captain, because if PFC Graham hits his elbow at the exact moment when Electric Kelly Hayden's heart is beating, he could stop the heart and just cause permanent damage, could cause death.
Absolutely. That's right. Professional wrestling, not for the faint of heart.
Blatant chokehold, and now this is where a major inconvenience comes in. The choke on Kelly Hayden. What have I said? If your opponent can't breathe, your opponent can't wrestle. PFC Graham is not playing by the books. He never does. Oh, standing now on the neck of Kelly Hayden, and Aaron Scott having to really push him back. I think PFC Graham is trying to send a message here.
A clear and concise message, as it were. And major inconvenience getting away with a little extra shenanigans.
Oh!
Referee Aaron Scott seemed to have been a little bit distracted.
2 jawbreakers on PFC Graham to break the move. Electric Kelly Hayden now in the middle of the ring. PFC Graham on the outside. He's walking around on the outside here. He's in front of the announce table. Kelly Hayden is following him. Spins him around. Oh! Big punch to the midsection. Another big punch. And that kick on the outside. They need to be careful because Aaron Scott has started that count. And if he gets to 10, this is a double disqualification. No winner. Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody does at all. And they're going time by time. And
Graham
he's up to
back.
a count of 5 right now.
Graham back with some shots of his own. Let me reverse. Oh! PFC Graham just rammed his head into that steel post. Referee Aaron Scott does not want to disqualify these men. He has stopped the count. He's giving them the opportunity to get back in the ring, and that's exactly what they're doing.
And now back in the center of the ring, and they line each other up. Kelly Hayden has PFC Graham right where he wants him, and far enough away from major inconvenience, so nothing extracurricular can go on.
Kelly taking a little bit too much time, jawing with the crowd, giving PFC Graham the opportunity to take advantage. Couple of big boots in the corner, gets him up on that top rope. Oh, a big right hand on the top rope. Now PFC Graham, he may be going for that front full Nelson face buster off the second rope.
And he's got a hold of him.
That's exactly. Did you see how high he had Kelly Hayden in the air? Kelly Hayden is down. PFC Graham trying to get to his feet. He's on all fours. Referee Aaron Scott starting to count. This could be exactly the opportunity that PFC Graham needs to take the cover, to get the count, to get the 3 count, to get the win.
Well, but he seems to be distracted, looking in our direction
Is
again.
he looking at the camera? Is he looking at the camera? Is he looking at me?
Walked away from a perfect
Captain, he's coming over here. He's coming over.
You want to get involved in my business?
I'm not getting involved
in my business?
I'm not. What's he talking about?
Hey.
Well, I don't know what kind of mayhem is going on here. Absolute mayhem. He's had the win. All he had to do was cover and let the Kelly Hayden.
Hey, nice helping Kelly win.
I didn't help Kelly win. You need to get your man under control. He came out here.
You distracted
All
him.
I'm doing is calling the match. He's the one that got
Your day's coming.
Anytime. I beat him once, I'll beat him again. You know, Captain, I am not retired. Well, let's go to the ring. Envi's got something to say.
Not yet. Barrett Brown, I know you're in the back, but you're supposed to have a title match, but that doesn't matter. Any sort of number one contendership match, but it's not about number one contendership matches. It's not about waiting in line and waiting my turn. It's about testicular fortitude.
He's got a point.
Absolutely.
It's about having a set. Now, I'm not going to be out here, Barrett, like Johnny was a couple weeks ago, and just spend 2 hours kissing your butt trying to get you to give him a match. If you are any big the champion, I think you are, that you try to pretend to be people that you are, you will give me a title shot right here, right now.
Wow.
Hang on. We had a number one contendership match, and if memory serves, BamBam Malone won that match. He is not here.
He's not here today.
He is the number one contender. Barrett Brown, CWF Champion. You obviously heard all that. Any thoughts?
Oh, I've got plenty of thoughts. I'm stuck on the testicular fortitude part. Here's the thing. Apparently, this whole thing has been about people calling me out, wanting to earn respect, wanting to earn shots at the CWF Championship. And like I said, I'm all about people stepping up. So I can do the same thing I did for Johnny Lawless. You know what? I will. I'll put this on the line right now. But not just that. I've got a knee that will shut you up as well.
My goodness, Sebastian Envi has come out. He has challenged Barrett Brown.
Okay, hang on, just to make sure we're understanding here. This is a CWF title match.
This is a CWF Championship match happening right now.
All right. You heard it
Barrett
right
Brown
there
not backing
the
away
man.
from the challenge.
Wow.
CWF champion Barrett Brown versus Sebastion Envi.
Oh my goodness! Sebastian Envi just blasted the champion Barrett Brown with that belt. He wants the match to be started, but the referee is saying this match has not started. Hoss will not count until that bell rings. Sebastian, I'm going to be honest with you, after what happened in the last match, I thought Sebastian was coming out to jaw with me too. Instead, he grabbed the water bottle. He sprays Barrett Brown with the water bottle. He's trying to pin him again. Hoss letting him know that this is not happening yet. The bell is not rang, and although this may be a title match, this has not started.
No, it is not. Boy,
Rodney, come over here real quick, because this is not a sanctioned match. But what gives the champion the right and the opportunity to declare that the title is on the line?
Phil Bishop, that's confusing to me also. Barrett Brown made a decision. I decided to go with it on the spot. I think the belt is on the line. That's the bottom line.
You heard it from the commissioner, Rodney Simpson, the Silver Fox. This is a title match, and Barrett Brown may be in trouble of losing that belt tonight. He got blasted with the belt in the head by Sebastian Envi, and Sebastian is just going at it right now. Captain, this is unbelievable.
Unbelievable, but I can tell you this, a little insight into that, Phil. Once the champion has the belt, it's up to him on who he wants to allow to challenge for that belt. And most champions, they want to kind of piecemeal and they want to figure out who their challengers are. But we've got Barrett Brown right now. He's not afraid to defend that title, but he may be second guessing that now.
Well, we heard him last week in the interview that I had with him. He will take on anyone, anywhere, anytime. His goal is to blow this up to the biggest belt in the world and to help take the CWF to the very next level. And now a little bit of an insult as Barrett Brown spits in the face of Sebastion Envi, but Sebastion Envi is still solidly in control of this match.
Absolutely. And Sebastion Envi putting a little pressure on that neck of our champion, Barrett Brown.
Referee Haas in the ring, checking to make sure that the champion does not want to forfeit, give up, or tap out. And I don't think we're going to see that from this champion. No! Jawbreaker to break that move. Barrett Brown hits the ropes. No, but he's silenced very quickly. And this is the speed and the energy and the exactly what we were talking about earlier. These men are so on fire. They are so diligent and they are so quick.
But you know what? Barrett Brown may want to think about submitting or giving up because the title will not change hands if he does that.
Sebastian not happy. He hooked the leg. He only got the 2 count. Sebastian needs, and Sebastian just kind of kicks him down. Kicks him back down as Barrett Brown trying to get up to his feet, blatantly being choked. He's only going to have to the count of 5, or it's going to be just that. He's not going to have the opportunity to win that belt. It will be a disqualification.
But right now, Sebastion Envi has been capitalizing on that sneak attack he did on the...
Oh! Barrett Brown with a slap across the face of Sebastion Envi that they heard all the way in Greenville, Texas. Big headbutt, and the champ is down.
And I've said once, I've said 1,000 times, nobody wins in a headbutt.
Sebastian taking him outside. This is where Sebastion Envi is dangerous. You're not protected by the confines of the ring. Not that the ring is super, super safe, but you've got concrete, you've got chairs, you've got fans, you've got steel. There's much more opportunity for a wrestler or a fan or even a cameraman to get hurt when you're wrestling outside the ring.
Absolutely, and that's he's managed to go ahead and put a combination together that is wearing down the champion, Barrett Brown.
Oh, I don't know if the referee can see it. Sebastion Envi is using his tape, and he's choking Barrett Brown right now. See the tape falling off of the hand of Sebastion Envi, and Sebastian is here to stay. You always say it, if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
That's the way we always played the game back in the old days. But I tell you what, he's awful blatant about letting that piece of tape hang down there because that can get him disqualified.
Think about this, though. This has really been the Sebastion Envi show. Barrett Brown trying to get a second win right now, but Sebastian is fresh. He is on fire. He has put some hurt on the champion, and right now the champion is in trouble of possibly losing that belt.
Well, you know, the champion does have that full schedule of photo opportunities and all that mishmashing with all the CWF dignitaries. So he may just be worn out, and Sebastion Envi's hungry. He wants a shot. He wants that title around his waist.
Fisherman's Board suplex did not get the 3 count. Barrett Brown kicking out. Sebastian unwrapping some more of that tape. But he's simply throwing it off. I thought he was going to use it again as a choke. And look at the disdain that Sebastion Envi has for our champion, as our champion is fighting to get back to his feet. Oh, big forearm. And Sebastian with a forearm of his own. Barrett with a forearm. Sebastian with a forearm. Barrett with a forearm. Another forearm. Spinning discus punch, connected big right hand. Sebastion Envi pops right back up. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe what we're seeing, Captain.
He just made him angry is what he did.
These men are fired up and ready to go. It's like they haven't been wrestling yet. Look at them go. Oh, both went for a crossbody, hitting each other, knocking the wind out of each other. Both men down.
That looked like a pedestrian collision in the middle of the ring. Both men are down and they're really disoriented right now.
Can either man get up after that collision? That was like 2 semi-trucks running into each other. Somebody better call the Texas Hammer. There's going to be a lawsuit after that one, Captain.
Absolutely.
Neither man backing down, both going face to face, toe to toe. Both men wanting this so bad. They're trading right there in the center of the ring again. And Captain, this is all fully legal. These men are using forearms, not closed fists.
Well, I've always thought a good forearm to the head is a good, easy way to knock the living tar out of someone, and they seem to be utilizing it quite well.
And it's just as effective as a closed fist. Forearm, 2 in a row, 3 from Sebastian. Oh! Kick to the midsection. Oh my gosh, he kicked him right in the jaw. He may have just broke his jaw, Captain. Barrett Brown, drop kick in the corner. Kicked him in the face again. He goes for that big knee. What a quick maneuver by Sebastian, who had the wherewithal after taking the kick to the face, the kick to the jaw, to move out of the way of that knee to the face. And now, Barrett Brown is down. Sebastian Envi's going up top. This may be a new CWF champion right here, right now. Frog splash off the top. Both men reeling. Sebastian holding his knee. He may have hurt his knee.
He might have fallen the wrong way coming off that top rope. You always say it's a high-risk maneuver.
He's holding the knee. He's trying to go for the pin. Does he have it? Does he have it? 1, 2. The champ kicks out. The champ kicks out.
50 caliber looks to be out of gas as well.
Both of these men have been in an absolute war. I don't see how either one of them can get back to their feet, but it's like what Sebastian Envi said. It's that testicular fortitude. Breaks the suplex. He needed him right in the jaw. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. Barrett Brown is your winner.
And still, CWF champion.
What an incredible match.
And still, CWF champion, Barrett Brown.
Absolutely incredible. Hey, I'm Phil Bishop, and I'd like to talk to you today about the scariest day of my life. The scariest day of my life was on August 17th, 1998, and it started off like any other day. I got up that morning, I had breakfast, I went to the gym, I had a really good workout, ended up making plans with my wife. We were living in Salt Lake City. We were gonna go into the mountains of Salt Lake City that night. We just bought a tent and some camping gear, and we were gonna camp out in the mountains. Everything was going great. I'd stopped off at work to take care of some personal business before we left, and one of my friends was there and had his motorcycle. Well, I've always wanted to ride a motorcycle. I've always had a vision of riding a motorcycle in the mountains of Salt Lake with my leather vest on and my wind blowing in the hair. My hair was longer back then. So we were in the parking lot. I was sitting on my friend's motorcycle, and I'll never forget, he asked, "Do you want to take it for a spin?" And I told him, I said, I've never really ridden a motorcycle. He said, "It's nothing to worry about. It's just a big bicycle with a motor." That made perfect sense to me. So we started up the motorcycle. I'm sitting on it. He told me to give it a little bit of gas and to ease off the clutch. I did that, and the bike died. He said, "Phil, give it a little bit more gas and ease off the clutch." So I gave it a little bit more gas. I eased off the clutch, and the bike died again. My friend then said, "Phil, you're going to have to give it a lot more gas than ease off the clutch." I did. A lot more gas, eased off the clutch, and I was going. Wind in my hair, everything was wonderful until I realized I was going about 30 miles per hour in a parking lot heading straight for a brick wall. The last thought that went through my head was, oh my gosh, I'm going to hit that brick wall. Then I woke up on my back, and I'll never forget, it was a clear day, the sky was blue, the clouds, and they were spinning. And I thought, why is the sky spinning? That's odd. Then I realized I just ran into that brick wall. My first reaction was embarrassment. Get up, you're okay, brush yourself off. And I realized that I couldn't move. I started noticing the reactions of the people that were around me, and they were all horrified. I wasn't wearing a helmet, and so my head was hurting really bad. My arm was back behind me, my arm was numb, and I thought the worst. I thought, this is it. I'm in so much pain, I'm literally dying right now. Now you might hear those words, I'm dying right now, and fear begin to come over your life. But something really interesting happened. You see, I wasn't overcome with fear. My thought was, oh my gosh, I'm dying. I'm about to die and be in the presence of the Lord. That may seem strange to you because most people, when they think about dying, are afraid. But in 2 Timothy 1:7, it says, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And I'm here telling you right now, I was laying on the ground in Salt Lake City thinking that I was dying. I was taking my last breaks. And my thoughts were, I'm going to see Jesus. I'm going to be standing face to face with Jesus. I'm going to see my grandfather who passed away when I was 12. I started thinking of all these things that I was going to experience because, you see, I have the assurance and the faith that Jesus Christ is the Lord of my life. I was encompassed with so much peace. The Bible calls it the peace that passes all understanding. Philippians chapter 4, verse 7 says, "And the peace of God, which surpasses understanding, will guard your hearts and mind in Christ Jesus." Now, after a few minutes of laying there expecting to die and wondering what's going to happen, is there going to be a big bright light? Will I see a tunnel? Will it be a ladder? Will there be a set of stairs? When none of those things started happening, I realized I'm not dying, but I'm in a large amount of pain. So I didn't die that day, and it was a really good thing that I didn't die, because if I had passed away that day, I would not be standing here right now telling you that Jesus Christ is the Lord of my life. And because I have security in Him, that I don't have to fear death, and that I can experience peace even when I think I'm dying. If you want to experience that type of peace, if you want to be able to not fear death when it comes to knock on your door, because we don't know. We don't know if we have the next breath. It's all in God's hands. And if you don't want to fear, I want to give you the opportunity now to experience the peace that I have. Romans 10 verse 9 says, if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, you believe in your heart that God raised Him from the dead, you will be saved. So right now where you're at, I want you, if you want to experience that peace and you want to have no fear, I want you to become a Christian. I want you to cry out to God, ask Him to forgive you of your sins and to make you a Christian, to come into your life and turn yourself around. I'm going to say a quick prayer. It may sound something like this. The prayer isn't what saves you. It's what you do afterwards. If you're saying, I don't know how to talk to God, you could just say, God, I'm a sinner. I believe that you are the Son of God. I believe that God rose you from the dead. Help me to change. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Now, if you prayed a prayer like that, or you're still talking to God, it's important that you tell someone. Our information's on the bottom of the screen. Shoot us an email, give us a call, or tell a friend or family member. And we'll see you right here on CWF TV next week.